Well, first of all, the Pac-12 conference is ballyhooed because you know what? The Pac-12 conference, football-wise, is having a banner year. When you have 6 teams in the top 25, and that one of them isn't even USC, it gives you an idea. And the notoriety and the national recognition that the league gets puts additional pressure on us because we were exposed. We were exposed in this league. And so did we give Big John a big enough shovel? I think we tried to provide additional enhancements to that shovel, but is it enough? The answer is no. And I think that's the challenge that we have, and I think that's why you hear the president and the chancellor saying we're going to continue to try and add to the shovel to help.
Well, John, what are you going to do when you heard the coaches
next coach, you say those parts of the shovel. Speak to your department then. What are the changes you have to make internally to make it work?
Well, again, I think you talk about the entire operation, and it starts with leadership with the coach and the ability to bring in a vision and an enterprise that has the ability to put that together and the functionality within the good strongholds that we do have, and we have many, but that functionality tied to a vision and the ability to sell that and pull that together and, again, get all those different functions operating in towards the same vision and the same consistent feel is very, very important, and that's essential. And that's what we'll be working hard on trying to put together, as we have been in the entire time I've been here. And obviously that's a big piece of what we're trying to do. And we do have some success stories. I think the academic support element started when the chancellor provided a deep enhancement financially into the operation associated with the provost's office. And I think that John took advantage of that, and our young men are doing a great job in the classroom. That being said, we have challenges associated with some of our young players is currently associated with their academic progress, and that concerns us. So we're going to have to enhance that even further.
Mike, you mentioned what are you going to do when the coach comes in and you're interviewing him and he says to you, how are you going to assure me that I'm going to have more than 2 years, which is going to need to get this thing back to like the 500 level when you aspire to coach after 2 years?
Well, I think that clearly when you have the right leader and you have the ability to put that long-term plan in place, then obviously they gain extra time in pulling that together. And coaches understand the challenges of this business. They understand how competitive it is and the different things that you talk about and putting them together. And I think that's why when we're looking for the next head coach, they've got to understand the commitment to the university mission and the vision of where we're trying to go. And we want a head coach and a football program that matches the academic standing of this institution, which is high. And it's high in this conference. And I think you talk about, again, leadership and organizational skills and building that functionality that's so important for us. The climate is changing and putting that together. So there's more pressure on us to pull that together. But as we're trying to put that support base in place for John, it comes back to obviously that functionality and the structure of all the different leadership elements had. And that's really why that decision is made. All those other pieces are a part of it, but certainly talking about commitment levels is irregardless. And when we're off the way that we are associated with our fan base and the different challenges of it, we're seeing a trajectory that thinking long-term and competitively, we recognize we've got to change that. And it was my decision that I took to the chancellor and the president, and just like we always do, we do that together.
And what's your commitment to the salary of the next coach? Is it $1 million? Is it $2 million? Is it $3 million? Is it $4 million?
We are working on financial models to change that dynamic. And to John's credit, John moved a lot of the resources to his staff. And that model is what helped attract a lot of those great coaches and pulled them together that didn't materialize and that alignment didn't come together. But we are going to change that dynamic. And the president and the chancellor are supportive of that, and we'll keep working on those financial models with our CFO, not only in the athletic department but also on campus, to give us an opportunity again to try and raise the bar there as well. Well, I'm not sure that there was a dynamic associated with players and coaches. I think that my respect for our student athletes is at the highest, and my heart goes out to them. And the toughest thing I have to do is try and engage them and talk to them. But I know that our staff is dedicated to our student athletes. Our guiding principles are clearly talk about it, student athlete first. And so our commitment to try and help them through this, to provide every resource possible I told the team last night, and I've never told a team in a transition that I want them to be a part of the process, and that's something that'll be key for me to pull together to help them understand and use this as an experience that'll help them and help the program, because it's vital that they stick together. And I know how close they are, and I was aware of that.